Hello, everyone, and welcome to this reading for the new moon to the full moon. This is what I like to call the magical weather report, magical spiritual manifestation weather report. This is a generic reading where I tune in and listen to what messages I get from looking at the cards regarding the energy surrounding the time period of a particular moon phase cycle. So right now it is, as I speak, February 9th, and the new moon is occurring right now as I am filming this. And then what this reading will be from the new moon all the way to the full moon on February 24th. Tomorrow is Chinese New Year. And one of the things that came out of the information of the previous readings was that this new moon was particularly powerful. If you go back and look at those readings, you'll see what I'm talking about. Incredibly powerful for new beginnings. This new moon is, it's the jam for starting something new. And the lead up to this, there was a lot of focus on what do you want to be tied to? What do you want to start that's new, and that to grab that energy for the rest of 2024. So this new moon is particularly powerful, and I'm choosing to do this reading at this moment in time because what I'm wanting to know now is what's going to come for the next few weeks as we get to February 24th to the full moon in Virgo. How does the new energy play out? What do we need to look for? These readings are particularly helpful for anyone who does a lot of manifestation work, magical rites, prayer. It runs the whole spectrum, and I don't try to ascribe it any one particular meaning. This is the tide report or the weather report for what you may want to know about the energy that's out there that you can then harness into. So I'm just going to be using the regular Rider-Waite tarot deck this time. This is the Pamela Smith Coleman newer deck, the updated deck. I love this deck. And I just felt like going with a real classic today. So that's what we're going to do here. I pick all the cards via pendulum. And for this one, this is a piece of copper that I found. And my grandfather got me into rock hounding very early. And he was lapidary as well. And so he drilled me a hole. And this was a necklace for a while. And I've turned this into a necklace. I found this piece with my grandfather while we were metal detecting. It's a special piece for me. So I'm going to use it for this particular reading. Very long chain attached to it, but we'll work that out here in a minute. So let's get started. I'm going to draw 3 cards. Give them a good shuffle. And we are looking for what do we need to know as we go from this incredibly powerful super new moon on February 9th towards the... Wow, okay. We're going to take that. That's 6 of Wands. That's a celebration. That's things moving forward. This powerful energy, very good, positive energy. So we'll put that down there. I shall probably put it to the side because I am going to pull the other 2. This feels like the main card though. So let's put it here for now. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. And we're going to do a couple more. One cut here. I'm just going by feel. That feels good. Okay, so I'll spread the cards out. I'm going to do the pendulum to get the other 2 cards. And like I said, I've been doing an edit as I do these. It tends to speed up the video a little bit. I do my wrap here a little differently because it's such a long chain. Let's go. I've forgotten how to do this. Inconceivable. Let's do this. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm going to try and figure out a better angle to which I can use this pendulum, but I think you guys can see it. So I'm just going to stop for a second, focus in. Please give us 2 other cards that go with the 6 of Wands. I'm asking I'm asking for this from my higher helpers, my energy helpers, my spirit guides, angel entities, whatever you would like to call them. Here, it's one of these in here. Pull to the left. Okay, it's that one right there. That's number 2 of 3. I'll put this down. One of the problems with this particular way of doing it is it does take a little bit longer than just cutting and pulling. I will do a reading where I don't use the pendulum, but for now, I like it, so we're going to use it. If you see me give it a bump like that, I'm doing that to gain momentum, because once it has momentum, it can swing easier and do its own thing. So it's somewhere in this patch right here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to move these off to the side. Spread these out a little bit more. There we go. See what happens. Nope, definitely wants to go to this one. So it's this one right here. Pull that out. Let's see what the cards have to say. Let me clean up my mess here. Also, I want to look at the base card as well. That sometimes gives us a little bit extra information. Sorry for the camera shake if it's shaking. All right, so definitely an important card for this reading. No doubt about it. And the Hermit. Interesting, very good. And the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. The amount of energy that's going to be present in the next 2 weeks is intense. It's going to take a lot of, you're going to need to go, okay, so this is an inner success. I get that from the Hermit. This is an inner success. Things are going to start falling. Things are going to start to feel good again. I don't think, given the readings that I've had late 2023 and moving into 2024, it felt like a lot of internal digging in the dirt, getting into what you really want. Now that you've hopefully identified that, you can start to move forward. Things are going to start moving. This here is a card all about success, all about coming back after a hard-fought battle and being victorious. This is about material wealth in the earthly simulation. Fruition, things coming full circle, a good, prosperous end of life. It's that feeling of success, of material success. Now this Hermit card, though, it's about internal work. So you're going to take whatever you have decided to launch, whatever you've decided. We got 2 Fool cards between the full moon to new moon, the last full moon to new moon reading, and then the quarter moon sort of addendum. We got the Fool again. So this is a time of true, capital T, beginnings. And that's come from this internal place. You are going to need to spend time in the next 2 weeks alone, working on stuff on the inside. And there's all sorts of evidence to suggest that this is going to go really, really well. If you try to maybe go too far, because it's a major arcana card, I'm getting that it's super important that you don't try, let's see, you're trying to, in this phase of new beginning, you will be needing to align yourself to your internal lantern, to your internal self, to what is to come. Now, whether that be through manifestation, whether that be a particular magical rite that you're wanting to work on, if you're wanting to do a particular magical rite, look for magical rites or spell work that is about the beginning of something new internally that you will, over the course of possibly the next few months, be bringing out into the light. You're having successes, but they're internal successes. That's what this weather is for the next 2 weeks. Things are going to start moving. Things internally. I think maybe it's a sense of feeling stuck. I know I have. It feels weird because sometimes I feel like I'm just reading for myself, but this is an overarching energy, a generic energy, and this is about just finding that inner thing that you want to move forward with. That might just be working on, maybe you're doing shadow work, and maybe you were having a hard time. Maybe you were trying to work really hard through shadow work and it wasn't coming easily. That's going to change now. You're going to start seeing success. You're going to start seeing the product of that hard work, right? You're going to start seeing material product in perhaps better habits, in perhaps how you talk to yourself, in how you handle your day-to-day negotiations at work. You'll have more stability because you're working on your internal balance and structure. So over the next 2 weeks, stay focused on that. Stay focused on how can you take this step forward that we've done here today, right now with the new moon. Hopefully you've had time to think about what you want to do, what you want to manifest or vocalize with this new moon energy. But moving forward, where it's A, good job, B, there's still a little bit of work to do, but things are moving. The energy, the flow is moving. And so stay true to that. I'm going to look at the base card here, see if it gives us any more extra information. No, okay, 9 of Swords. This goes along with what I'm talking about here. There's still this energy here, especially this energy, is powered by past fears. It's powered by you. I don't want to do this again. I don't want to fail again. I don't want to. What if I fail again? How can I start something new? It's not going to go anywhere. It always breaks on me. Every time I try and do a new spell, nothing happens. I'm wasting my time. That's the basis of where we are now. You've got to let this go. And that's what this work is for. Letting it go. Focus, folks, keep it internal. Things are shifting and you're going to find, I think, because when you worry too much, whatever work you're doing, if you worry too much, it's not going to work. It's going to get hampered down and it's not going to flow. But maybe all you need sometimes is for things to go right. That's what I'm saying about the next 2 weeks. Things are going to start going right. Okay? You may have had a really hard winter, but things are going to start moving forward, and you need to pay attention to that. See this, I also see this, so this would be, if I was doing this would be a base card, it'd be at the bottom of the reading, and just sort of giving some extra information. But the Hermit is looking back to the past. There's still some stuff to get worked out here. But you can do that because now you've hit a success point. You're coming in. There are things to be celebrated. Okay. So overall, very positive reading, very positive energy, as long as you keep it internal. That's the key. If you try to do out exterior stuff with it, that's going to come. You have to have patience. Patience. I just heard material gain and success isn't made in a day. Rome isn't made in a day. It's going to take patience, but the energy is very solid for moving forward and having success with kind of a continuation of this internal work as you work on these new ideas, as you work on this new practice, if you work on new ways of manifesting something. I don't know. There are tons of different ways. If you have some ideas of how this might apply to your particular practice, leave them in the comments. I would love to hear them and maybe have a discussion about it. So overall, it's very, very positive. Very good time to be moving forward on something new and taking those steps, still internal, maybe some planning, but know that things are very good, very solid, and don't worry so much about it. Okay, so that's the reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, click like, subscribe if you found this helpful. I do these every moon cycle. I will do another one at the quarter moon as we get closer to the full moon. I think the full moon is going to be a big deal. I think whatever you have started to work on, I think that's when the full moon, you're really going to see success. It's really going to pop at the full moon on February, I forgot the date, February 24th. You're going to start seeing some big return on your investments here. All that and stuff that we've been investing in since the beginning of the year, I think it's going to start coming through. So keep focused, keep working on that. I will do an addendum on the quarter phase, on the waxing quarter phase. I'll post it here, so we'll maybe get a little bit more information as we get closer to the full moon. But there we go. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thanks so much. Peace and strength to all of you, and I will see you on the next one.